Republic of Turkey is a country with a distinctive geographic location. For centuries, this landmass has played an important part in connecting and separating the continents of Asia and Europe. Its geographical location has made it a natural barrier and a vital bridge between these two regions. The region is encircled by three sites, namely the Black Sea, the Mediterranean Sea, and the Aegean Sea. The nation is comprised of 81 provinces with the capital city located in Ankara. The Turkish people have a rich and varied history, reflecting the numerous groups that have conquered the region over the course of centuries. Their diverse backgrounds are a testament to the many different cultures and traditions that have left their mark on Turkey throughout its long and storied past. The population consists mainly of individuals who practice Sunni Islam. Turkey's cultural identity is a fascinating blend of Eastern and Western influences. This unique combination has shaped the country's traditions and customs, making it a truly distinct nation. The Republic's territory has been shaped by a diverse range of cultural influences over time. These influences have left a remarkable archaeological legacy that can still be observed in the landscape today.
To succeed with any potential venture in a thriving new economy, understanding the Turkish culture, the people, etiquette, and the way they do business is essential. Turkey is a country that boasts a rich cultural heritage and diverse population, which gives rise to various cross-cultural factors that can pose risks and challenges. And these risks arise from differences in language, custom, value, and behaviors, among other factors. Let's see what are the cross-cultural factors that result in cross-cultural risk. First, cross-culture is language. Language acts as a fundamental cultural factor influencing communication and business interactions. In Turkey, the official language is Turkish. 75% of the population is speaking Turkish and 18% Kurdish, and about 7% other minorities like English. These language barriers may pose challenge for foreigners attempting to engage in businesses or establishing effective communication channels within the country. We cannot forget that Hafsid cultural dimension also applied for Turkey. First dimension is power distance. Turkey exhibits a relatively high power distance, meaning hierarchies and authority are respected. This can result in challenges for foreigners seeking to establish business relationships. For example, in Turkey, decisions always made by the most important people and elderly people, including uncertainty avoidance. Turkish society tends to have a moderated uncertainty avoidance, reflection, and preferences for structures, rules, and regulations. And also collectivism. Turkey leans towards collectivism values, emphasizing strong family and social ties. We cannot forget about religion and secularism. Islam plays a significant role in Turkish culture. Religious practice can impact business practice, dress code, and other things. We can estimate that 99% of the Turkish population are Muslim Sunni. It is important for us as individual and organization to understand and respect Islamic tradition to avoid misunderstanding and create conflicts.
Next, I will explain the country's factors that will lead to country risk that IIUM Holding will experience if it decides to expand its business in this foreign market. Firstly, political changes. Turkey is now being ruled by President Erdogan, where he has taken control of every institution and imposed a one-man rule. All decisions, whether big or small, are taken by him. Turkey, which was once a democracy, will soon become an autocracy. Since all the decisions are solely made by him, then this means that policy can easily change without any official declaration or need consent from the public. Every decision that has been made by President Erdogan is final and cannot be negotiated. Secondly, the high cost of living. Turkey experienced the highest inflation rate in DEC 2022, 84.39%. Luckily, the inflation rate decreased to 39.6% in May 2023. President Erdogan decided to increase the wages of public sector workers and retirees and gave a free month of gas to lessen the burden of citizens in Turkey because of the inflation. Even though the cost of living has diminished, the consumers still limit their spending behavior because there is still inflation. After all, they cannot predict when the price will go up due to inflation. In this situation, they will likely to send their children to public institutions rather than private institutions. The reason is because the tuition fees at public university are generally cheaper than private university. Lastly, the geographical risk. Turkey has continuously experienced an earthquake due to its geographic location. Recently, on 6 February 2023, an earthquake occurred in southern Turkey near the northern border of Syria. When the earthquake occurs, about 56,000 people's lives have been taken and a lot of buildings have been completely destroyed in Turkey and in northwest Syria. According to the World Bank Great Report, Turkey suffered damages for about $34.2 billion from the earthquake. Even though Turkey has made early preparation by building an earthquake-resistant infrastructure, it still experienced a lot of losses due to the earthquake. There is no guarantee in the future that damages caused by the earthquake would be lower.
So here I'm explaining about the currency crisis that happened in Turkey. So recently, Turkey experienced a currency crisis which started from 2018. So until now, the crisis still not has been solved because of some reason. So I'm explaining about few reasons why this crisis happened. So the first reason is the devaluation, which leads into high inflation. So one of the root of the crisis is the devaluation that is made by the government of Turkey, which made the inflation reach its higher rate of 85.5% in October 2022, which made it into the highest inflation which hit in 25 years, and because of the devaluation, the Turkey doubled their debt, which reached around 55% of their gross domestic product, which amounted to be 466.7 billion US dollars. So the second problem is the account deficit, which leads into an interest rate problem. So during the crisis, when the economic slowdown, the government has not implementing to increase the interest rate. That the government always keep the interest rate low, which because of that, when the lira's free fall, there's a lot of economic which collapse, and because of the collapse of economy and the free fall of lira, there's a lot of foreign and local investors that pull out their money from Turkey. So because of that, the crisis is getting worse. So why it's almost 4 years, but the crisis have been solved? Because there's one point that I highlighted, because there's no plan from the government as a reaction to the cash emergency. The Turkish president did not come up with a strong financial arrangement which would incorporate a cut in government investing and controlling the money supply. Rather than signaling financial arrangement which seems to stabilize the money, President Erdogan censored the drop of the Turkish money as an enemy attack on his nation. This response of the Turkish president has contributed to an encouraged misfortune of the esteem of the Turkey cash.
In the dynamic global economy and marketplace, countries face a lot of challenges when dealing with the commercial risk. One of it among this country is Turkey. Turkey has emerged as a significant country with a strong economy and strategic location, which allow businesses to enter and penetrate into this country. However, there are some commercial risks that need to be considered by IIUM Holding before enter the market into the Turkey, and I will explain further in this video. The first challenges and commercial risk for IIUM Holding to enter the market in Turkey is political instability. This is one of the main factors that need to be considered, as Turkey has experienced times of political instability, which include governmental changes, protests, and also geopolitical conflicts. Besides, with this instability and unpredictability of politics in Turkey, will prevent any investor, especially IIUM Holding, because it creates uncertainty for the business. With the limitation of power for the new business, this commercial risk can be difficult for any businesses to anticipate due to the sudden shift of policy by the government itself. Moving on to the next one, which is economic volatility in Turkey. The high number of public debt and also inflation rate that occur frequently in Turkey makes investors and also businesses hard to enter into the Turkey. Our Ringgit Malaysia RM is way more higher than Turkish Lira. However, Turkish Lira experienced an exchange crisis during the second half of 2018, and this can lead to many types of problems later. The economic volatility can increase inflationary pressure, thus will lower consumer spending power. In addition, this type of commercial risk can negatively impact on any businesses, either local or international. And IIUM Holding need to choose wisely before making any decision entering this market.
First and foremost, Malaysia and Turkey have similar religious beliefs. Thus, friendship and unity can easily exist between both countries. The second advantage is the economic volatility of Turkey. As of June 2023, Malaysia's currency is stronger than Turkey's, making it easier to start a business because a strong currency lowers the cost of imported goods. Moreover, Turkey also offers foreign business incentives, and one of them is when international companies functioning in the country are founded through FDI by legal entities in Turkey, they will be treated equally with domestic companies. Malaysia also has a free trade agreement with Turkey. In this agreement, Malaysian exporters can continue to receive preferential market access and remain competitive in the Turkish market. The most obvious issue is the language barrier. The majority of people in Turkey speak Turkish, making it difficult for international business owners to interact effectively with the locals. Second, due to geographical factors, investor confidence is uncertain. Things are not the same in Turkey, especially following this year's earthquakes. Investor confidence has declined in light of a drop in trade values. Lastly, the Turkish economy is currently under stress with consumer inflation reaching 80%. The Russian invasion of Ukraine also resulted in an increase in investment conflicts. Moreover, there is also a problem caused by President Erdogan's unconventional ideas about interest rate policies.
After taking into consideration all the factors and issues being mentioned by my group members throughout this video, there are two recommended strategies for IIUM Holding in doing business in Turkey, and that is a thorough market research and joint venture with local Turkish companies. IIUM Holding should do a thorough market research to see what industry has potential for growth despite the economic challenges in Turkey, because they would need to see what services are in high demand in Turkey and tailor according to the preferences and specific needs of the Turkish market. Doing a thorough research on the market is a safe way to avoid costs that could be incurred when buying any raw materials. Local Turkish companies have built a stable foundation in their own market. That is why it's safer to do a joint venture with them, because they have a good understanding of Turkish market as well as the language proficiency and also the relevant skill that can help navigate through the cultural nuances, and they've already built relationships with local stakeholders. And that is all for the recommendation of strategies. Thank you for watching.